What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past week or so, where we do have a lot of topics to discuss. Firstly, Leo Messi had a meeting with Barcelona that was kept a secret, but is no longer a secret anymore. Joan Laporta and Jorge Messi, Messi's father and agent, had a meeting to discuss the return of Messi this summer and also his tribute when the new stadium, the new Camp Nou, Espai Barça, is completed. Apparently, Messi's return to Barcelona this summer is possible, but very, very difficult to execute, as Renewal right now at PSG is stalling. Still no agreement on his condition and terms with the France side, and now his return to Barcelona is slowly but surely increasing, because 100% next season Messi will either be playing for PSG or Barcelona. Now, alongside Messi, the club are also looking at other forward options to sign this summer, one of them being Marcus Thuram, who will be a free agent, and a new name has emerged over the past 24 hours, that being Julian Alvarez, who apparently is available on a loan. We will discuss the terms and condition of that deal. We have some contract renewal updates as well on Sergi Roberto, huge update on Inaki Pena, and also on the captain Sergio Busquets, who wants to decide his future now, but is yet to receive a renewal offer from Barcelona. And finally, we have some updates on the injury crisis currently happening at Barcelona. We have an injury update on Pedri, Ousmane Dembele, and a big blow to Robert Lewandowski. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by Number One Foot. Number One Foot is one of the best replica football jersey websites on the market. They have fantastic qualities at fantastic prices. I ordered some the other day, and I got the treble winning jersey for Barcelona in the 14-15 season. The quality is absolutely unreal at a fantastic price. Look at the badge on the jersey. It is fantastic. You have the Nike logo as well, looking brilliant. It has the right tags, the right size, the right material, and it's at a fantastic price. And on their website, they do have the new Barcelona kit for this season with the Spotify logo. You can pick what badge you want on the sleeve, La Liga, Champions League. You can pick whatever number you want, whatever name you want in the back as well. And again, the material is absolutely unreal. Here I have the 2007 Champions League kit for Barcelona. As you can see, it has the UNICEF logo, the Nike, the Barcelona badge with the Camp Nou name around it. And if you use the discount code BOY at checkout, you do get 15% off your final order. That is BOY. Use it at checkout, 15% off, and all orders over $80 get free shipping as well. So go down below, top link in description, and get your new football kit today. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past week or so. Now, firstly, we're going to be discussing the return of course, the greatest human being to ever touch a football, and the FIFA the best winner of 2023, Lionel Andres Messi. Apparently, there was a secret meeting, no longer a secret, between Joan Laporta, of course, the president of Barcelona, and Jorge Messi, the father and agent of Leo Messi. This came in from Toto Costa, and they came out saying there was a meeting between Joan Laporta and Jorge Messi recently. The points discussed were firstly his possible return to Barcelona, the tribute that Barcelona can give to him, and also the controversy over what Mateus Messi said. Mateus Messi is Messi's brother, came out on a Twitch stream talking trash, saying that Laporta this and he'll never go back to Barcelona. Since then, the Twitch stream has been taken down, so take that as you will. After this report came out, Romero, of course, the best journalist in Barcelona, came out saying an important issue for the possible return of Messi would be regarding the taxes. Barcelona should look into this part of the issue. There are two parties in the negotiation, Messi with Xavi and Joan Laporta with Jorge Messi. Apparently, Xavi and Messi are in constant communication, but that does not mean that Messi is going to return. Apparently, Messi and Xavi had a meeting in Barcelona before the World Cup, and Joan Laporta and Jorge Messi had a meeting, of course, a few days ago. Romero continued on by saying that if Messi returns, both Busquets and Jordi Alba would be staying for one more season, but with a massive salary reduction in order to accommodate Messi's contract into the wage bill. Now, you probably saw that thinking, but Busquets, Jordi Alba didn't want to reduce it last summer, blah, blah, blah. Messi came to Barcelona a week ago or so after a PSG game. and his wife Antonella and himself were out for dinner with Busquets and his wife, and Jordi Alba and his wife. The pictures were already put online by Antonella, Messi's wife. So it's quite clear that Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Messi are still very close friends, and I have no doubt if Laporta told Busquets and Jordi Alba, Messi will come back if you reduce your salaries, they will do so. But Joan is confidently saying that Busquets and Jordi Alba will 100% stay at Barcelona this summer if Messi does return. So Busquets renewal, we'll talk about that later on. Catalan radio came out saying that Messi sees a comeback to Barcelona with better eyes than some of his family members, and like Barcelona, his camp do not want the discussion to be made public. So apparently Barcelona and Messi want to do everything behind the media, behind closed doors, talk and negotiate, all that sort of stuff, but it's already been leaked. Their efforts have already failed dramatically. Now, Luis Carrasco, who is the campaign manager for Joan Laporta during his presidency, and of course, someone who is very, very close to the president, he was doing a live stream with Joan, and he came out saying that Laporta did sleep badly for several days after Messi's departure, but the meeting with Jorge Messi has definitely changed the situation. So that's him subtly, confirming that the meeting has taken place. And also, Harina Codes from Copen, one of the best sources in Barcelona, behind, of course, the Go Joan Romero, came out saying that confirmation that a meeting between Jorge Messi and Joan Laporta did take place last Thursday. A tribute for Messi and his future was discussed, although players' camp say a return is also almost impossible. Laporta hasn't shut the doors yet. So after all these commotions, all these negotiations, all these leaks, Messi's return to Barcelona is on the table. The question is it actually possible? I think it is, pending, of course, what happens with FFP. If we walk to La Liga and say, hey, we want to bring up Messi, what's the formula? They'll say, here, this is what you have to do to bring Messi, cut the salary, do this, sell this player, whatever. I have no doubt the club will analyze that and see if they can actually do it and then execute it. Of course, there's a rumor 2 months ago that Barcelona are going to sell one of the forwards this summer for around 55-60 million euros, whether that's Rafinha, Varane, Dembele, maybe even Ansu Fati. I have no idea, but there is that report as well. And we are lacking, of course, a forward. We do need another forward to come in and provide cover for Lewandowski. And, of course, Messi can do that. But Messi can also play alongside Lewandowski. But we still need, a pure number 9. Messi's not that, obviously. But I would love nothing. But I think my life would be complete if Messi does return to Barcelona. Of course, I think my life is complete now after seeing him win the World Cup. But my life would be beyond complete if he does return. Do I think he would return? I don't think so. Would I bet on it? I personally wouldn't, but the chance is there. If the chance is there, anything can happen. Of course, there's even more rumors about Xavi and Messi having an unbelievable relationship. Of course, Xavi came out in the press conference when this rumor came out, saying that the best player in the world can fit in any team, because they was asked about how he can fit in the team. It'll be a front three of Messi, Lewandowski, and probably Ousmane Dembele right now in current form. So that front line would be disgusting. Apparently Messi, he wants to stay in Europe. That is 100% confirmed. And he only wants to go to Barcelona or stay in Paris per family reasons. So his family doesn't want to move to another country again and adapt and all this stuff again. Then Messi has to adapt as well. So we won't see him go to Man City or Bayern Munich or whatever the case may be. It is either PSG or Barcelona, which does put us at a 50-50% chance, because again, there's still no talks with PSG. Conditions are not met. No agreement has been reached on those on the renewal offer. So the chance is there. I would probably put his return at Barcelona right now at about 5%. I think the meeting is positive. The fact that Jorge Messi and Laporta sat down and discussed is a step in the right direction. Laporta and Messi were in close contact yesterday at the FIFA Best Award ceremony as well. So everyone's now saying slowly but surely that Laporta's relationship with Messi is getting better. We're hearing that's almost already healed and all this sort of stuff. So we'll wait and see. But again, the words of his brother a few weeks ago on the Twitch stream, suggest otherwise. So it all comes down to if, buts, and maybe. So we'll wait and see. I think it is in discussion. It is in the mind of the club. It is on the plan, so to speak, to try and sign Leo Messi. But it's going to be very, very difficult. But difficult things are meant to be completed. Now, a position that Barcelona are in desperate need to strengthen this summer. It's probably not the priority. I wouldn't say it's top 2, but it's definitely top 3. Is signing a striker. As we all know, Lewandowski got injured. We'll talk about that later on in the video. But we do need a replacement striker, and the club are in the market for a striker. One of the options being Marcus Thuram. This is coming in Fernando Polo from Deportivo. He's come out saying that Marcus Thuram has been offered to Barcelona for free this summer as his contract is expiring, of course, with Borussia Monchengladbach, and Barcelona likes his profile a lot. Clubs like Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint Germain, and Manchester United are also attentive to his situation. On a free transfer, would I take Marcus Thuram? Absolutely. The Victor Roque situation, we're still waiting to analyze. If we do end up signing him, we'll probably most likely, loan him out again. If we do bring him in and spend that kind of money on him, apparently his club want around 60 million euros for him. I'd rather sign Thuram on a free transfer. I think Thuram is a good option. He can grow in that position. And again, he'll be like a Depay 2.0. If he does well, fantastic. Keep him, grow him, adapt him. He'll be a great option. If he doesn't, you can sell him on 20 million euros, 15, maybe even 30 if there's a demand for strikers on the market. So I think there's no risk inside making this signing. Of course, we have some fun French players in the squad he can adapt with. Jules Koundé, Ousmane Dembele. So that's definitely an option there as well. So I would happily take him, and also it's a free transfer. Get it done early in the window. That way we can move on and focus on other priorities like a right back and, of course, a pivot. But there has been a new name that has emerged over the past 24 hours. The news actually broke midway through the match against Almeria on Sunday. And this player I would definitely take over Marcus Thuram. Julian Alvarez, the striker from Argentina who currently plays for Manchester City. This is coming in from TYC Sports. Very, very reliable, #1 outlet for Argentinian news. They've come out saying that Barcelona and a few other clubs have inquired about Julian Alvarez. If he continues without having a prominent role at Man City, a loan in the summer could be sought. Now, there's been more developing news coming out about this, mainly from Fabrizio Romano. He came out saying that right now Julian Alvarez is in negotiation over a contract renewal for 1 more year at Man City. So what they're going to do is add an extra year on his contract, but improve the terms, offering more money, conditions of the contract. All the numbers are going to be improved upon since his performances at the World Cup and currently with the team. Apparently, Julian Alvarez right now is reluctant to sign that renewal contract because he's not getting game time at the moment at Man City. Of course, Haaland's in front of him, Jack Grealish, Riyad Mahrez, whoever the case may be in the attack, they're all ahead of him. He's probably like 4th or 5th choice. Apparently, a loan this summer is an option for him to go out and get regular minutes week in, week out. And a loan to Barcelona is possible. I would take Julian in a heartbeat. I think he's an absolutely fantastic talent, fantastic gem. And do I think he can be the successor for Lewandowski? Abso-freaking-lutely. He can also play on the wings, but predominantly, of course, a number 9. I think he fits the profile perfectly. Would I take him on loan? Here's a big question now. Do you take him on loan or you sign Marcus Thuram on a free transfer? That's the big question. If Thuram is willing to sign a 3 or 4 year contract, I think it's a real toss-up. I think it does depend on the longevity. It depends on the future goal. I would also consider the buy option. What will be the buy option for Julian Alvarez as well? Will it be 40 million, 50, 60, 70, maybe even 80? Of course, Cancelo went on loan from Man City to Bayern Munich. He's a 70 million euro buy option. I think Julian Alvarez's buy option could be around that same price as well. I think it's a toss-up. I really do. I think no doubt Julian Alvarez is the better player in my opinion. But the question is this loan actually possible? Because if it is, I think we should go for it. I really do. Imagine signing him on loan. That just brings our squad depth tenfold. Imagine starting him against Almeria. Imagine him starting him against Cadiz, giving Lewandowski that important rest so that he doesn't get that fatigue and gets those strains and, gets those minor injuries. The club do need a striker. The club need to find a striker this summer 100%, whether it's Victor Roque, Marcus Thuram, or maybe this option of Julian Alvarez. But I think Julian Alvarez right now, if he's on the table, is the best option in terms of profile for the club. Of course, Thuram, you could say, free agent, more longevity into it, could be a better option. So we'll wait and see what the club do, but there are some interesting options popping up. And again, the signing of Julian Alvarez, and then maybe if you bring back Messi as well, could be astonishing to strengthen Barcelona's attack. We'll have to wait and see what the club decide. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past week or so. The one main player who's attracting a lot of interest at the moment is Abde. This is coming in from Mateo Morito from Relevo. He's come out saying that Nottingham Forest are interested in signing Abde and plan to speak with Barcelona about his signing. There will be a meeting in June to decide the player's future, but Abde himself wants to stay under Xavi's orders next season. This is a good headache to have. Of course, we're talking about a lot of people are, bringing up the option about, we need to sign you left winger, all this sort of stuff. And you have a quality player of Abde coming back from a loan move. Of course, scored the Ramos Henderson Peach Juan over the past weekend with a great finish. I think it depends again. Abde's future depends on so many factors. Do we sell this supposed forward for 60 million euros? Does Messi return? Do we get Julian Alvarez? All these, possible factors decide Abde's future. I think 100%, he should be on the plane to most likely America. We'll talk about that in a few seconds for preseason. I think he should be on that flight. Train with the first team, see how he do, and then like last summer, load him out last few weeks or so if we know we're not going to end up using him or we'll get very, very minimum game time. I think Abde has a great future ahead of him, but again, with the force that we do have right now, I see his game time at Barcelona, especially in the first team, very, very lacking. But maybe an offer will come in for Ferran Torres for 50, 60 million euros. The club take it, then promote Abde. That's your replacement right there. A lot of people saying that we need another winger because Ansu and Ferran and Rafinha have been very, very inconsistent this season. So I think there's a lot of options for Abde to stay at Barcelona, but also a lot of options for him to leave the club this summer as well. So we'll have to see for him. It's all about a waiting game. I think he's done very, very well as loan with Osasuna, but I think his future will be decided at some point after preseason this summer. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of the first team captain of the club, Sergio Busquets. This is coming in from Fernando Polo and Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo. They've come out saying that Busquets wishes to choose his future right away. Xavi did approve for his continuation at the club, but the club hasn't yet extended a renewal offer to the skipper yet. So Busquets wants to decide his future now, which I told you guys around February time, or literally the last day of February, but I'll take it. Xavi wants him to stay. The club wants him to stay, but the club have not offered him a renewal officially yet. And then Busquets is getting 400,000 euros per week contract offers from Inter Miami and also Al-Nassr, the Ronaldo's team in Saudi Arabia. I think what the club are waiting for is Messi. I think they're waiting to see if they can get Messi and what they can offer Busquets. Because let's say, for example, we can get Messi, we're going to offer Busquets 90,000 a week. Say, hey, we want to bring Messi back, Busquets will sign it. But if Messi does not return, they probably have to offer him around 120-ish to keep him happy. Of course, he is playing week in, week out. He is, according to Xavi, an integral part to the team. So that's going to be a factor as well. But I think Busquets, of course, Messi returns. He will stay in a heartbeat. I think he'll sign for free if Messi returns. But Messi doesn't return. I think Busquets' future is very, very interesting. I think that with Xavi pushing him a lot, I think he will suffice and renew. But I'm seeing a lot of rumors of Busquets, thinking it's his time to go, blah, blah, blah. I think if there's a clear replacement for Busquets in the market, like a new pivot or, trust Nico, the club would let him go. I think Busquets would leave. But the fact there's a lack of replacement right now in the market, we need more time to find that suitable, replacement for him. I think Busquets might end up staying. And I never thought I'd say that. I said to you guys a few months ago, I think he'll leave. I think he will say goodbye, all that sort of stuff. But now I'm thinking he's going to stay with the internal push from Xavi and also the board as well. Laporta talks about Busquets a lot in the media as well, saying he wants him to stay. He's our captain, all that sort of stuff. So wait and see with Busi. It will be a very, very interesting situation to see. But again, the new report that's come out about Busquets that he wants to decide his future now. I think by the end of the March international break, we'll have a good definitive idea, in my opinion. I thought we would by now, but with the delay of all the games that we were playing and then all of a sudden this Messi possibly coming back to Barcelona, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Busi. But I think him staying in Barcelona is definitely an option, but I still see it at the moment as a 50-50. 50% of Busquets stays or 50% that Busquets leaves. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of the second captain of the club, Sergi Roberto. Now, Roberto's renewal is fully agreed, all done, full of agreement reached between Barcelona, Roberto, his agent, mom, dad, sister, everything fully 1000% agreed. The question now is when to sign the contract and put that official statement. It was actually supposed to be today, but then we freaking balled it against Almeria over the weekend, so now they're going to delay it, because of course if they do a renewal right now, it's going to get nothing but hate. Mateo Morito from Renewal came out saying that Sergio Roberto will sign his renewal on Tuesday, today, or Wednesday morning. But then Sport came out saying that Roberto will renew for a year plus a year option. Optional year clause will be triggered if he plays 60% of his games. The game will be counted if he plays a minimum of 45 minutes. I think Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo just came out now as I'm recording this video saying that his renewal will probably be either Thursday or Friday. So at some point this week, we're going to get the renewal for Roberto, which is disappointing. And again, so he's going to sign a renewal with a year option, and the year option will be automatically triggered if he plays 60% of the games next season for a minimum of 45 minutes, which hopefully is not going to be possible since we're going to have a very, very strong squad depth and he'll be way, way down the pecking order. But I get it. He's, a boy from La Masia. He's Catalonia, born and bred. Can speak a few languages, knows the club in and out. Xavi likes the fact that he's very, very versatile, but we all know that he's finished. We all know that. I mean, can he do a job against Cadiz at home? Yes. Can he do a job against Manchester United at Old Trafford? No. Can he do a job against Almeria away? No. Almeria at home? Maybe. But sometimes you need these type of players in your teams. I'm not trying to make excuses for Xavi. I still don't understand why he's going to renew Roberto. I, again, said this a million times. I personally wouldn't. But I can see why he wants to keep him. Again, he's a utility knife. You can plug him in anywhere you're not a utility knife, like a pocket knife. You can plug him in wherever you want, and he'll put a shift in. If that's what Xavi wants, that's what Xavi gets. I think in training as well, he's a good squad player to have for the training sessions, for the rondos, all that sort of stuff. So it is what it is. He's going to be earning peanuts, so I'm not really too fussed about it. Apparently, this is a very, very minor salary increase from his Barcelona B salary from last season. But hey, Roberto's staying. It is what it is, and hopefully he can do well for the remaining 1 year and a few months left he has on his current contract. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of the backup goalkeeper at the club, Inaki Pena. Now, similar to Sergio Roberto, Inaki Pena's renewal is again 100% fully agreed between Barcelona, Inaki Pena, his agent, mom, dad, sister, brother. Everything is fully agreed, but it hasn't been signed yet. Fernando Polo and Roger Tolor from Mundo Deportivo came out saying the renewal of Inaki Pena is now on standby. The agreement was on track to extend his contract until 2026, but the goalkeeper sees that it will be very difficult at Barcelona to get minutes and that he's thinking about his situation. Real Betis have been interested in his situation for the next season, but Inaki's entourage does not rule out an agreement with Barcelona. So again, Inaki Pena all fully agreed about the sign. He's like, you know what? I ain't gonna get any minutes. Ter Stegen's playing the Super Cup. I played the first 2 rounds of the Copa del Rey. Will I play against Madrid this week? Probably not. Did he play against Real Sociedad in the Cup? No, he didn't. So there's only, a certain point that he can play in the team. The only way he can really play regular minutes is if Ter Stegen gets injured, which has been very, very unlikely over the past, since Ter Stegen joined. I think he's had 2 injuries at the most, which of course is fantastic for us because he is the better goalkeeper. Will I be disappointed if we lose Inaki Pena? No. The only reason why I don't want to lose Inaki Pena because that's another problem another problem that we'll have for the summer. We're gonna have to go sign experienced backup goalkeeper, whether it's whoever it will be. Just another issue, another problem that we have to go out, waste our time and deal with. I'd rather have Inaki Pena as a backup goalkeeper. I think he has a great future ahead of him. He's a good talent. You could say, you want to just rely on Arnau Tenes. That's again too difficult. You have to let him play regular minutes. So an Inaki Pena situation will be very, very interesting to see. I think in the end he'd probably end up renewing with Barcelona. Then probably maybe even load him out this summer or the summer after that. I think it's a very, very good possibility. But Inaki Pena is hesitant to renew his contract at Barcelona due to game time. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past week or so. Firstly, the club are planning to make some friendlies over the next few months to generate more revenue after the catastrophe in Europe this season, how we've lost some projected revenue that now we need to make up. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are looking for friendlies to generate income. The club will prioritize them at the end of the season, if possible, in the gaps left by the KO in the Europa League. So we could see some games that we saw like last season. We played Boca Juniors. I forget where it was. That was in the middle of the season. So we could see some middle season friendlies happening deeper into the season as the trophies conclude. And since we won't have any midweek games apart from the Copa del Rey this Thursday, then in April as well. And Barcelona is working on a U.S. tour for next summer to compensate for these losses as well. So again, most likely another U.S. tour coming this summer, but the club are planning some friendlies over the next few months to generate some revenue. I would be shocked if we don't play at least one friendly by the end of this season. Now I want to talk about this big case that's happening right now about the referees. Joan Laporta came out with a statement. He came out defending himself and the club as well after Javier Tebas has attacked Barcelona in the media over recent weeks. And I want to go through what he said in this, announcement. And he came out saying, "We have decided to outsource the investigation into the Negreira case. They are carrying out an independent and rigorous analysis of what happened. This is what the club, its members, and the fans deserve. Neither the prosecution officer nor the police forces have informed us that we are in the middle of any investigation. During my first term, invoices were made that had the documentary support of the request arbitration services. When we had more information, we will provide it. We are carrying out an internal investigation. As soon as we will hold a press conference, we will provide all the information we have and take questions." So again, in my opinion, this whole entire refereeing case is being blown out of proportion, but yet another Bartomeu error that has carried on to the Laporta error. Bartomeu is, I'm losing my mind with this every single day. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, Laporta came out. He was asked about Javier Tebas and how Javier Tebas was saying in the media that, Barcelona, Joan Laporta should resign, all that sort of stuff. Laporta came back saying that Tebas has taken off his mask again. He is a phobia towards Barcelona. He always appears on a recurring basis to disable us, and I will not indulge in it. Whoever decides to stay in the club's history will have a forceful response. We will not allow our history to be stained. Then asked about Javier Tebas' anti-Barcelona steps, he said that in his career, he has shown the phobia against Barcelona. In 2005, he did not want to, finalize the renewal of Messi to play at Barcelona. Now he's taking the toll on us because Barcelona did not agree to sign the CVC deal and because we want to be in the Super League. And now he says his wishes that he does not want me to be president of Barcelona. He tries to destabilize me. I'm not going to give him the pleasure of this wish. So again, Joan Laporta defending himself and the club in the media after the La Liga president, Javier Tebas, attacked Barcelona. This investigation will be very, very interesting. Of course, it's expected to be concluded, I believe, in the next 2 to 4 weeks. After that, Joan Laporta will hold a press conference. He'll take questions from the media, and he'll give the extensive report of what happened. During that press conference as well, we'll probably get some questions about the future of the club and transfer windows, all that sort of stuff. So keep your eyes on that. So again, this is exactly what you want from a president. I don't think Bartomeu did this ever once in his whole entire tenure as a president. He always, he was always hiding behind like a coward. And the only press conference he did held, automatically was to announce his resignation. Thank God for that. So wait and see what happens with this refereeing case. I expect it to blow over in due course. I don't know why all the La Liga clubs are very disappointed, very cautious about it. I think Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, and all the clubs put in a joint statement apart from Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, it wasn't us paying referees to make decisions on the pitch. It was us paying referees to do surveys to decide whether or not they're being are favoring sides or not, or understanding how they referee games and stuff like that. So it's something, in my opinion, that's completely illegal. And of course, Javier Tebas confirmed as well it was completely illegal. So we'll see what happens with it. But to be honest, I expect this to be all blown over after Joan Laporta, releases the numbers and stats and information in that press conference in a few weeks. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates around Barcelona over the past 24 hours or so, where Barcelona are going through an injury crisis. Robert Lewandowski is injured. The club released an official statement yesterday saying that Robert Lewandowski has a left hamstring strain. He is out. His recovery will determine his availability. Now, before the announcement was made, it was actually Alberto Roque and Juan Martin from Relevo that broke the news. They came out saying that Lewandowski is injured and is expected to be out for around 2 weeks. He will make the Clásico in the league on the 19th of March, but all the other games before that, of course, the Clásico this Thursday, Valencia, and Athletic Club, he is ruled out. I was shiting myself right in the arse as I was reading this, but then we got some hope. Candace came out saying that Lewandowski will be in excellent physical condition for the League Clásico on March 19th. If his feelings are very positive, he might even be available for the match before that against Athletic Club at the San Mamés. Also, Abde Ezzalzouli from Deportivo came out saying that Robert Lewandowski does not have any injury. It's just an overload, and as of yet, it's just complicated for him to be fit for the Clásico on Thursday. So Lewandowski I think what we can gather from all this information is that Lewandowski is not actually injured. I think he just has a strain due to the overload, the over minutes, not getting rested, playing week in, week out. So it's he needs rest. The best way for him to recover is to rest. I think I don't think he'll play this Thursday. I don't think he'll play on Saturday against Valencia either. I think he'll probably start against Athletic Club and then start against Madrid in the Clasico as well. And then international break, here we go. It is a big blow to not have him this Thursday. I think against Valencia we could survive. I think against Valencia, Xavi was probably going to rotate him anyways. But I think having him for Bilbao at this MMS and, of course, the League Clasico is very, very important. So hopefully he'll make his full recovery soon. We do have some other updates as well. Of course, Pedri will be out until March the 19th as well. Hopefully he'll be fully fit to start that Clasico in the league. I think that'll be very, very difficult. And alongside, of course, Ousmane Dembele as well. Raccoon came out saying that Dembele is completely ruled out of the first leg of the Copa del Rey, of course, against Madrid on Thursday at the Bernabeu. The goal is now for him to return on March the 12th against Athletic Club at the San Mamés. So hopefully Lewandowski can start that game, but Dembele can be at least on the bench, so he can come on last 10 minutes, last 20 minutes, get some minutes, and then he'll start in the League One on March 19th. So hopefully that League Clasico is going to be huge. Going to be huge. That will definitely decide, in my opinion, the league title race, and also the fact that we've never won a Camp Nou Clasico in God knows how many years. It's going to be a big game. Hopefully Lewandowski and Dembele can start that game. The question for Pedri is, if he is fit, will Xavi start him? I think he might risk him. International break coming up. You can just give him a little bit of overload, a little bit of painkillers. I'm hoping that Dembele and Pedri don't go on international break. I think Lewandowski probably will. They have a new coach, and he's the captain, and he just had an overload injury, so I think he will go. But hopefully Dembele and Pedri pull out international duty, and hopefully De La Fuente for Spain and Deschamps for France do not actually call up these players because they need rest. So hopefully that's the case. But again, our three best players are injured: Dembele, Lewandowski, and Pedri. And then Xavi suspended, of course. So we're going through a bit of a moment right now. This is the moment now where we need the squad players to turn up and perform. But yes, big blow for Barcelona. But hopefully we can get past it. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past week or so. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, is on the return of Lionel Messi. Think it will happen or not. Secondly, on the striker options for Barcelona, who would you rather sign, Marcus Thuram or Julian Alvarez on a loan deal? Thirdly, on Busquets, you think he'll end up staying at the club or leaving? And find your thoughts on this injury crisis, and do you believe that Barcelona will make it out of it in good terms? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.